Hello loves, welcome back to another video. It is my 32-week vlog. I turned 32 weeks today. It's going so fast. I have 4 weeks and 6 days left at work. Not that I'm counting down. I'm absolutely counting down. I feel like I just got out of a meeting actually with a lady I haven't spoke to for quite some time. So anyway, we were just having a meeting this morning and I kind of said to her, like, I feel like I'm counting down more for maternity leave than I am the actual baby, and if that makes me a bad mother, well then so be it. Like, I just cannot wait. So my maternity leave doesn't actually start until my due date, and then I've taken 3 weeks annual leave. And honestly, if the baby arrives within those 3 weeks, you know, I mean, they can come when they're ready, but I'd really appreciate those 3 weeks to just be able to do nothing. And I know that I am probably going to be really impatient and just be, you know, wishing that they were just here. I feel like I'm going to be absolutely at my wit's end by this point. You know, but I would quite like to be able to just see a few friends. And, you know, a good friend of mine, her maternity leave actually ends about 2 weeks after my due date. So it'd be nice to be able to have like a couple of weeks with her, just getting the house ready and all the rest of it, to be totally honest with you. This week I've been getting a little bit fed up, so I'm hoping that I'm turning a bit of a corner now. I say it in every video, but I've just not been coping with the heat and I'm just a bit uncomfortable now. I've had a few not very nice symptoms kind of hanging around for the last couple of weeks. No names mentioned, hemorrhoids. But I found that really difficult, and it's been really upsetting me actually. And I have been kind of at a point where I was literally, I think last night I was sat there googling like what would happen if I stopped taking my iron tablets, because it's all kind of started since I started taking those. They're prescribed, I'm on them because I am anemic. I've developed that during pregnancy. That's not something I usually have. But yeah, so I was just kind of having a look at what would happen if I stopped. And, you know, of course there are risks. Sorry, my camera's flying all over the place. I'm not holding this tripod very well. Of course there are risks with that, and I don't think I am going to do it. I think I was just having a bit of a strop last night. But I see my consultant tomorrow. We've got our gap scan and an appointment with the consultant. So I think I will kind of mention it then and just see if there's anything that they can kind of give me that, you know, helps towards things like the pregnancy constipation, etc, etc, because it is just really starting to grind my gears now. But yeah, I think like there's things you can buy, like there are over-the-counter like creams and things like that that are pregnancy safe and all the rest of it, so that's kind of what I've done for now. But it's just been really getting me down this week that I've been uncomfortable laying down because I can feel the baby's head moving into my pelvis now. I have been uncomfortable because of the heat, and I have been uncomfortable sat down too, so I just feel like at the moment I'm fighting fire with fire. But I'm incredibly grateful to be here. I'm incredibly grateful to be at this 32-week point. I am incredibly grateful to be pregnant. We obviously never ever thought that we would get to this point. So it's one of those things where I have loved every second of I was about to say of petrol. I don't know why I was about to say petrol. But I have loved every second of pregnancy. But the last couple of weeks have been hard, and I don't think I shouldn't be able to say that. So it has been a bit harder lately, but I still love it, and I still wake up every day. And especially now, like, I feel like every day I wake up now and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so much bigger. I'm doing well, and I'm looking forward to this week. Like I say, I have my gap scan tomorrow, seeing my mum on Saturday, we're going out for a nice coffee. I might go work in Starbucks this afternoon and treat myself to one of their, is it like a passion fruit and mango frappuccino thing they're doing at the moment, which is just lovely. And yeah, so hopefully get a few bits done this week, so hopefully I'll have some good content for you. But my camera's about to die, so I am going to charge it, but I just thought I'd pop on and say hello, and just introduce this vlog really. But I will see you in a short while. Guys, I am a complete and utter Fruit Loop, if I'm honest. I finished work at 5. It was really weird actually. So my boss has been off for quite a bit of time, and she's come back this week. And anyway, she rang me this evening just before I finished, like sent me an email. You know, like when you get those emails from your bosses and it's like, oh, can we have a chat later? Nothing else, no context whatsoever. So I got one of those emails. So obviously, me being me, started to panic, and I was like, oh my god, what on earth have I done? Anyway, they are basically looking for my maternity cover, so they're in the process of doing that. So she just wanted me to like okay my job description and things like that. So it started to sink in really that I'm going off so soon. They're not going to have cover before I leave, but they should within like a certain amount of time after I go. But yeah, it was just wild. Like it just started to sink in really that I was actually leaving work, like that was a real thing that was happening. But I finished work, and because of the issues I discussed earlier, I didn't want to sit down. Like one of the things that they say to do is be like up and around. At the minute we're walking Bruce really early in the morning because it is literally the only time that it is not hot. So I was like, right, I can't really take him out. I don't really want to go outside because it's too warm. And I didn't really know what to do with myself. So I went upstairs, and there's like a massive pile of ironing at the minute that's just sat in the baby's cot that really needs doing. And I want to iron all of the baby's stuff that I've got hanging up. But I was like, I can't really start on the baby stuff until I've done the pile that's been sat there waiting for me to do for about 10 days. So I started ironing, and at this point the sun was that side of the house, so the sun was kind of just literally glaring through. I had the curtains closed, but that room was like a sauna. We're really going to need to like get a fan or something for when the baby's here, like for next summer. But yeah, I was just so hot. I was literally dripping with sweat, and I was like, must persevere. Don't know why, but I was like, I've started the job now, I need to finish it. I didn't finish it. I got about 3/4 of the way through, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So then had like the coldest shower I've ever had in my life because I just could not cool down. Like it was really stupid of me in 30-degree heat to crack up an iron, but I did. It is what it is. So I've just had like the coldest shower known to man, and I am still sweating so much. Like I cannot cool down. It is absolutely horrible. But yeah, so anyway, I've come down now. I'm about to make dinner. The temptation to text Marco and say get a McDonald's on your way home is unbelievable. But you know, I won't. I have texted him and asked him to get me some orange juice because if you're on iron tablets, apparently vitamin C helps your body to absorb the iron. So the recommendation is obviously that you eat like a high fiber diet, things like that, to stop the constipation, but also that you take your iron with like vitamin C. And I find avoiding dairy either side helps me not have a poorly tummy, but it doesn't help me with anything else, clearly. So I've asked Marco to get me some because I usually take it with a small glass. We've completely run out, so I've asked him to bring me home like a big carton of it so I can have like a pint of orange juice with my tablets. But I'm now making dinner. So we're having tonight chicken wrapped in bacon. Something I really like. Marco's not as keen. Marco's really fussy. The thing with Marco is that he knows what he likes and he won't deviate from that at all. But also, if it's not like in his top 15 meals, he isn't very happy. So like this week I had a really good menu for dinner. I can't remember what we had, but we had like we've got spaghetti bolognese, we've got lamb shanks, we have got what else? Can't remember what we've had for dinner this week. A gnocchi, burgers. Yeah, that's it. It's Thursday. So yeah, the lamb shanks we'll be having tomorrow. But this chicken wrapped in bacon, I thought was a really good meal, and he was like, oh, it's just the worst one, innit? And he was like, it's just, we had to have a bad day. And I was like, a bad day? Like your whole day is bad because it isn't like a top tier meal for you. Honestly, he's so fussy, it's just funny. If it's not Italian or it's not chicken and chips, then, you know, we have a problem. Slight exaggeration. But anyway, so I'm cooking the chicken now. I've defrosted it overnight. So basically what I'm doing is I've got chicken breasts, and then I made this seasoning mix last night. We were meant to be having this last night, but I'd forgotten to get the chicken out of the freezer, so we're not. But I have literally in a bowl, so I think you can see there, if that's going to focus. It is literally a mix of, so there's brown sugar in there, paprika, garlic, what else have I put in there? Paprika, garlic, brown sugar, onion granules, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of salt. And I think, Oh, and salt and pepper, yeah. And that's it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rub this onto the chicken breasts. I'm then gonna wrap it in bacon, and then I'm gonna sprinkle whatever's left on the top and stick it in the oven for about 25 minutes. I'm gonna do it with, I'm gonna do some really little roast potatoes, I think, and then some green beans. I think that sounds good. I was gonna do it with carrots, but I only got 2 carrots, and because we're having the lamb shanks tomorrow, I didn't wanna overload it. Actually, saying that, I could just do 1 carrot between the 2 of us. I'm thinking out loud now, but basically we're having it with vegetables, and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna start cooking that now, and hopefully it turns out all right, and Mr. Fussy Knickers won't be crying about it. But we'll see. You never know with that man. It's very warm again today. It's currently Friday, so it's the 12th of August, so I'm 32 plus 1. We have just got back from our Friday growth scan. I say Friday growth scan like we have one every week. I have them every 4 weeks at the moment. I was meant to have them every 3, but they did change it, and now we have them every 4, which is absolutely fine. So we have them every 4 weeks, and then also a consultant appointment. I have them because of my high risk, so I'm consultant led. I think I've said before, I definitely said in my pregnancy Q&A, but I have a high risk of DVT. I also have which is deep vein thrombosis, so I have high risk of a blood clot, and low papae, which can mean problems with the placenta and can mean that baby grows a little bit small. So I did have Marco in the car with me. So I invested in some vlogging equipment. I said that very like cool whip. Yeah, so I invested in some vlogging equipment because I just thought I'd try and make my life a little bit easier. And if you saw my Woburn Safari Park vlog, so I think that was my 30-week vlog, you'll have seen that we had at one point the camera on the dashboard. It was in Marco's car, it wasn't in mine, but it was just flying all over the place. So I decided that I was going to buy some proper bits and bobs. I have a tripod anyway that I use around the house, very sparingly. I just kind of float around, but got a tripod for the actual windscreen of my car, which is absolutely fine, which works fine, but we had just installed it and I hadn't done it properly, and we were driving home from the hospital talking to you and it just like flopped off. So he's gone inside because he needs to go to work, so he's gone inside to get some food and what have you. But anyway, so we've just got back from our 32-week gap scan. I'm aware that I'm just waffling now, but yeah, so that's why we have them so regularly. I thought I had a consultant appointment as well today, but I couldn't find the letter anywhere. I could only find the letter for the gap scan, which I thought was odd. So when we got there, like, I'd already had a look on like the app that we get, no, it's not an app, it's just like a website that you log into and all your pregnancy notes are on there. I'd logged into that and there wasn't one there either, so I thought that was a bit odd. But basically, after my 32-week scan, not 32, after my 28-week scan, because everything was looking fine, my consultant saw no need to see me at my 32. So my next appointment with my consultant is when I have my next scan at 36 weeks. But anyway, we got to see baby. Marco came with me this time. He was in a bit of a strop with me because for my 28-week one, I again screwed up and thought I only had a consultant appointment, but when I got there I had a scan as well. So he was really gutted because he hadn't booked the morning off work. I told him not to bother because it was the first time I was seeing the consultant. I didn't really think anything was going to come from it because all of the risks kind of would have been more prevalent in the 3rd trimester. So as far as I was concerned, there weren't really any risks at that point. So he didn't book it off work, didn't come with me, and when I got there I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I've had a scan, I got to see the baby today. So he was really upset with me. So today he decided to come with me, of course, and yeah, so it was really nice. We got there, we were seen really quickly. I always have been, to be fair. I have never ever been kept waiting, which I really like, but all my appointments so far have been first thing in the morning, but I've never ever been kept waiting to see either. So yeah, we got there, got to see the baby, everything is fine. Baby is, what did they check? So they checked everything. Baby is currently breech, which is fine. They've got a few weeks to kind of correct themselves and move, if you like. So they have got a few weeks to get head down. They're not concerned. They will check it again at my next appointment, like I say, at 36 weeks, and then take it from there. But yeah, hopefully they flip back round. I did wonder, just because of how like the movement had been, like I felt like last week any kind of kicks I was getting were much higher up, and you'd kind of see like where a knee or whatever had started moving, whereas over the last few days, like it's felt like it's the actual kicks rather than movement had been quite low down. So it was a bit odd, and I remember saying to Marco towards the end of last week that I felt like when I stood up, like I could feel like a head in my pelvis, and that seems to have like gone as well. So but they are literally laying with their legs up. So I'll show you my scan picture in a moment, but you can literally see their foot, which I think is so strange. I thought it was a hand, and she was like, no, that's the leg and the foot. And I was like, oh great, okay. So baby's currently breech. In terms of growth, baby is doing okay. It's small, so it isn't too small, but it's small, so it is where it should be on the centile chart, but only just. So it is kind of like the lowest of the average. And so obviously, you know, we just hope that it continues to grow and that it stays within the centiles that it should be, and yeah, it just doesn't drop off. So I'm not concerned at all at the moment. Like I say, it's small but not too small, so that's fine. Marco, at the moment, it is very much taking after Marco. Marco was born at £5.6. He was born at 38 weeks, and he was born breech with his legs in the air. So his poor mum is all I will say. Whereas I was born 5 days late, and I was born at £9.4. So I was a big baby. Marco was a tiny baby. So we'd like something in the middle. Something in the middle would be quite nice. But yeah, at the moment they are copying their father's position. And yeah, so anyway, so this is our little bambino. That, if that's going to focus, that's our little baby. So this here is their foot. So that's their foot, that's like part of their leg, but yeah, that is the foot. So yeah, you see, I'm not sure. The midwife did say that this is like the lips. Nose, definitely getting my nose by the looks of things. But yeah, so at the moment it looks as though it's got my nose and Marco's lips, but not entirely sure on that front. We will see when it gets there. But yeah, everything at the moment is just amazing, and it's just so exciting knowing that we've like got, I mean, just under 8 weeks left, if they come on time. We've got up to 10 weeks left, really, but it's all very exciting. They won't let me go. I think it's 12 days over. They've said that they'll let me go. But yeah, it's just so exciting. I feel like it's really sinking in now. I'm gonna go shopping later on. I don't know whether or not to go today or whether or not I'm going to meet my mum tomorrow, so I might go tomorrow afternoon, but it's gonna be really hot tomorrow. So I don't know, but we need to get some more newborn bits, so that is on my agenda. And yeah, now we know that they are looking like they might be a little bit small, I'm a bit like, okay, we should definitely stock up on a few more newborn things. We don't have enough as it is, so I'm a bit like, okay, it's kind of just confirmed for me that I definitely do need to get a bit more. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go inside because I do need to log on and actually start work today. But yeah, it was just really lovely. I always love going to see the baby. It was great. I did have to repeat my urine sample, so I did that while I was there, and they were great. That was fine. But yeah, so my next appointment is in 2 weeks at my midwife appointment. But yeah, anyway, it's been really nice sat in the car because I've got all the aircon on. It's beautiful. I'm going to go into a very warm house now. Morning. Cool. So it's now Saturday. Brucey's in the back. Say hello, Bruce. Say hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. That was Bruce, definitely not me. Hope you're okay. We are just going out for our dog walk. I am meeting my mum today for a nice coffee. Probably won't be a coffee, will probably be a very, very, very cold iced tea of some kind, I imagine. But yeah, so we are on our way for a nice walk now. I'm just going to take him to the lake. It's currently 18 degrees. It's 8:45 in the morning. So yeah, so it's still cool enough for him, which is always my priority in the morning. It's meant to reach 33 today, which is just incredibly hot. But yeah, so I thought I'd get that out of the way now. Just put the bedding on the wash. I'm going to start my car and go, to be honest. So yeah, so I've just put the washing on, the bedding, just like the bathroom. What's it called? The thing that's on the floor when you get out the shower. The shower mat. Just put that on, etc. So doing a bit of washing today. And yeah, Saturday is generally just my day to get my life in order. My life is never, ever, ever in order. So that's an absolute lie, but it's the day that I try. So that is what we're doing today. I woke up with cramp again this morning, which in all honesty was absolutely horrible. I hated it. 5:30 in the morning, I quite literally woke Marco up screaming. So that was just bizarre. He was like stretching it out for me, and then he stopped and I was like, no, what have you stopped for? And continued to shout at him, why are you getting up my bum, mister? You have got, like, what the hell are you doing? I can't stand drivers on the road, I tell you. They do my head in. But yeah, so the cramp is back with a vengeance, despite the magnesium. A few people have said about eating a banana before you go to bed, because it's obviously to do with like your potassium levels, etc. I'm not really the biggest banana fan, I'll be honest, and I feel like I'm just having all this stuff now for the sake of having it. Oh, do not tell me that this road is closed. Oh, it's the exact same thing I was telling you about last weekend when I said that all the parkways were closed. I put it in my map this morning to see if it was red. Why was it not red if this is closed? Why am I on... Honestly, why do they do all of the roadworks at the same time? That is such bad planning. I wish I could show you, but the car in front has a, like, a fake willy attached to his exhaust. Yeah, that's so bizarre. There's like this little red Corsa in front of me, and he's driving along with a fake rubber willy attached to his exhaust pipe. That's so weird. Like, what? I know people do it where they have like toys attached, but that's just a bit... Oh, where are we going, Brucey? He's asleep now. You always know when he's asleep. If he's awake, his head is popping over the top of the chairs. I've been really tempted to put the car seat in the car. I haven't as of yet for a couple of reasons. But we're trying to get Bruce as ready as possible. I mean, in my head, I was going to put up the next to me cot, next to me crib. I was going to put that up relatively early so that he would get used to that, but for whatever reason I just keep putting it off. I'm going to have to overtake here. These people are going too slow, 40 miles an hour on a 70 road. Yeah, I think I've just been putting it off, and I don't really know why. I'm obviously 32 weeks now, so we still have time, but I do want everything up by 37, like, just in case. And yeah, I think it's, I don't know why I'm putting it off, but I keep saying I'm going to do things like that to get him used to it. And the car seat was one that I was like, maybe I will just put it in the car, so I can get used to it, I can get used to having it there. I've got one of those mirrors so that I can see baby while I'm driving, so I kind of wanted to get used to having that so I don't get too distracted by it. Obviously when there's an actual baby in it, I'm sure it's a bit different, but I wanted to get used to it. The problem is that if, in the unlikely event that I have an accident while I've got that car seat in the car before we have the baby, we have to replace the whole thing. So we haven't done it as of yet. So I think I am going to put it in so that we can practice like getting it in and out, but not actually drive with it in. But I don't like having it at the house, because at the moment it's just like, it's almost like it's just sat there collecting dust, and I just think, you know, I mean, the things are going to get covered in dog hair whether they're in the house or in the car. Like, I've completely made peace with that to an extent, but I don't know, I'm just getting a bit fed up of things being everywhere, and I feel like I need to start getting things ready. And like I say, I want Bruce to get ready. The good thing is that, as you can see, Bruce sits in the boot, so Bruce isn't in the back with the baby, so he's not kind of got to get used to having anyone next to him or anything like that. It was really important to us when we got the car, that the car was big enough for both, including the pram. So I had a Seat Leon before this car. Marco had an Estate, and the plan was that we were going to get rid of Marco's car around Christmas. We were going to get rid of the Seat around Christmas, and then potentially get a new car then. But anyway, the Estate broke, so we ended up having the Seat, and we were like, okay, this isn't, as much as it's a big car, we didn't feel like it was big enough for Bruce, a baby, and all the stuff that came with it, like the pram, the car seat, and all the rest. We just thought it'd be a bit of a tight squeeze. So we ended up obviously having to get rid of the Estate. Marco's now got the Seat, and we got me a SUV. So I have now got a Hyundai Tucson, which I absolutely love. I didn't think I would like this car as much as I do, but let me tell you, I bloody love it. Took some getting used to, because it does feel absolutely ginormous in comparison to some other cars that I've had. Like, I had a Seat Leon, and before that I had a little Kia Picanto, which was absolutely tiny. So going from that to a Seat was a big jump for me. And before that I had like a really old 2003 KA, which I loved. Like, still to this day I miss that car. I absolutely loved it. There's something about old bangers I really like it is my dream to have a pink Volkswagen Beetle. But yeah, so we obviously got the big car for that reason. So he hasn't got to have anybody next to him. He's not got to get used to the baby in that sense, but I did want him to get used to having something there, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm just a little bit too paranoid when it comes to preparing for Bruce. Like, I just want to get it right, but I think there's parts of me that's maybe worrying a little bit too much. Like, things like that I don't really think are going to make a massive difference, but we will see. So I am just parking up. I'm literally going to park up at the local supermarket and walk around there. There's some fields, not our local supermarket, but a supermarket nearby, and there's plenty of field, so I'm just going to take him around there. Really, it's quite shaded and it's still not too hot. It's still saying it's only 18 degrees, so it should be fine. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch up with you in a little while. This has just been fun. It has been car talks with Amber. That's what we'll call this little segment. Yeah, cool. Right, parked first time. Look at me, I'm a wizard. Gosh, it is utterly sweltering. I've just got ready because I'm about to go meet my mum, and I'm just sweating. The upstairs of our house is like a sauna. But I just thought I'd show you what I'm wearing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a full body shot of this. But I've just got this really cute dress. I can't remember where this is from. I think it's New Look Maternity. But I just really like it. But yeah, it's let me see if I can show you it elsewhere without showing you the state of my house. Oh, there we go, that one. So yeah, here you go. So it doesn't sit too well around my boobs, but the rest of it I really like, and I feel like it's really floaty around my bump. There is a layer underneath, but so it does make it a little bit warmer, but it's really, really thin, really, really lightweight. So I feel like for days like today, perfetto. I love it. And then I've literally just got a really, really old pair of like New Look rip-off Birkenstocks on. So I'm going to go meet my mum now. It's going to take me a little while to get there, I think, because like I say, the parkway's closed, so that's really annoying. And then I need to put the washing on the line, but that can wait until I get home. And then I think I'm going to sort the house out. I'm really sweating. This is ridiculous. But yeah, I just got to put my perfume on. So this is my perfume of choice at the moment. So this is Armani C. I have loved Armani C for years. I think I first bought it when it first came out. I remember going into Boots, and you know when they have like the new perfume stands. So yeah, so Armani C was there, and I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. It is literally one of my favourite scents in the world, and Marco gets me it all the time. I only really wear like 3 different perfumes. I love perfume so much, and I think if I have quite expensive taste when it comes to perfume. I don't like cheap smelling ones. I know that obviously everybody's scent of smell is different, but I feel like if I was to buy all the perfumes that I wanted every month, I'd be absolutely bankrupt. So yeah, so I tend to stick with what I know. Armani C is one of those, like I say, that I have been wearing for years, but also they do a C Intense, which is the black bottle. That is beautiful, and I do like really intense smelling perfumes. So that, I think I wore on our wedding day, and I just absolutely loved it. But the other one that I've got is Marc Jacobs Perfect. That's it's like a goldy colour. That's lovely. And then Everyday Wear, I just wear Jimmy Choo, but this is by far my favourite perfume ever. So if you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend. I am someone who really oversprays with perfume. I do Marco's head in, because I literally, like, I get through it so quickly. But he bought me this at Christmas, and so far we've done okay with it, and I still have, I think, about half a bottle. The only problem when it's like this colour is that you can't see how much you've got left, which is really, really annoying. But yeah, this is definitely my go-to. So if you are looking for a new perfume at all, I 100% recommend Armani C. To be honest, I recommend anything Armani. I just think their entire range is beautiful. They have a red one as well, which is C, what's that one called? The Black C Intense, C Passionate, I think it's called. And that is lovely. That's a red bottle. So yeah, definitely recommend. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the curtains because it's just getting warmer and warmer in this room, and I better go. So I'll catch up with you a bit later. Guys, it's Tuesday and it's finally raining, and I'm so happy about it. I can't tell you. I felt really blue all day, and I've not really known why. Well, I do know why. You're gonna really judge me now, and I'm gonna just show you how pathetic I really am as a human being and how much I fail at life. This morning I woke up, I was in a fine mood. I didn't sleep too well last night. I am trying to practice some little bits to get baby to flip so that baby's not breech anymore. We'll get onto that in a moment. But I wake up numerous times in the night now, so I was tired, but generally I was okay. I was all right. I joined my morning meeting. I had a good morning. I then took 5-10 minutes to scroll through TikTok, as you do, and I saw a video of James Blunt, and it was a clip of his music video for Monsters, a song I'd never heard before, but apparently is like 3 years old. Bruce is drinking again. I told you, he does it every single time I record. Anyway, so I saw this clip and I was like, oh, is that his real dad that's with him? And so I started Googling it, and I was like reading up on the fact that his dad had been like waiting for a kidney transplant, and that song was like saying goodbye to his dad and all the rest of it, but his dad is okay and his dad is still alive. And I started crying and I got a little bit emotional, and I started thinking about like people that lose their parents, and I started thinking about friends of mine that have lost their parents, and how lucky I am to still have my parents and things like that. Like, just generally my brain just went on to like a bit of a tangent, and I started thinking about how we're all gonna die, and eventually everybody I know and love is gonna be dead, and that was it, and that was enough to ruin my day. Which is a really morbid thought, and you know, I really don't recommend going through life thinking about that. It's inevitable. The only thing's guaranteed in life is that we're born and that we're gonna die. But yeah, it just made me really, really sad, and that is how I spent the next like hour and a half, to be honest. I was just crying, and then Marco came home and I was like, okay, I need to stop crying now. But I've just felt a bit moody all afternoon. Like, I've just not felt like I'm there in my head. And then it started raining, and I felt like suddenly everything was lifted, and I was like, oh, fresh air, we can breathe. So I've had all the doors and windows open. It seems to have stopped now. I think it's just drizzling now, but my phone says it's gonna rain all the way through to like late tomorrow afternoon. So I am here for that. Hello, Bruce, have you come to give me a kiss? So yeah, so anyway, I just said about kind of trying to get baby to move. My next scan is 36 weeks, so we have like just over 3 weeks now for baby to basically flip in time for my next scan. If at my next scan baby is still breech, then we will be discussing like different options. I know that there's certain things that they can do now to help baby move downwards, but then potentially talk about different like birth options and things like that. So it's quite scary actually. I think the next time I see baby I'll be pretty much full term. That's wild, but yeah, so we've said, so I was just kind of doing a bit of Googling the other day on like different things that I can do to help encourage baby to move that way, because ideally I want to avoid all of that. So yeah, and it was saying things like my birthing ball, doing certain exercises on that, which I do, like certain yoga positions, which I do when I go to like my aquanatal yoga. So I've been using my ball an awful lot more, but then it also says about sleeping on your side. Now I've been sleeping on my side since quite early on, I think about 16 weeks, maybe a little bit earlier, when I got my pregnancy pillow, because the advice now is that you don't sleep on your back past a certain point. I think my pregnancy pack from the NHS, which I think is Mama Academy, I think that's what it's called, that says like especially in the 3rd trimester not to sleep on your back, but I've been doing it since quite early on anyway, because I am predominantly a back and stomach sleeper, and so you know, my stomach quite early on was a problem, definitely not now. And yeah, and the fact, I just wanted to kind of get used to it sooner rather than later. So I always sleep on my side anyway, but I sleep, oh my gosh, sorry, a great big van went past my house and it just honestly jumped out my skin. Yeah, so I've been sleeping on my side for a little while, but I predominantly sleep on my right hand side. So I sleep on the right hand side of the bed. No, I don't. I sleep on the left hand side of the bed if you're looking at the bed. And so I've had my pregnancy pillow, so it's on the edge of the bed and I am like facing outside, so I'm kind of facing, yeah, away from the bed, and I cuddle that and I wrap myself in my duvet and it's lovely. But when I was reading about like optimal positions and things like that to get baby to turn, it was saying that you should really always sleep on your left hand side. Baby's got more room to move on your left hand side. Whether or not it makes that much of a difference, I don't really know, but I decided I would give it a go anyway. But I can't move my pillow over into the centre of the bed and cuddle it that way, because I find it's a really silly excuse. But where I like to wrap myself in the duvet, I find that like I wake up in the middle of the night with like my bum out, and also I'm a little bit worried that I will roll over onto my back, and we only have like a standard double, so the 2 of us in the bed plus this big pillow, if I roll onto my back there is a slight risk that I will fall out of the bed. So I've just decided to keep that pillow behind me and have it between my legs and then round. So I've been doing that, but that means that I wake up numerous times in the night now. But yeah, it's all, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So at the moment I am just focusing on trying to encourage baby to move head down. There's still plenty of time. They can literally move up until the last minute. Like, you know, baby might still be breech at my next scan and, you know, within a week have moved head down. Like, you just don't know with these things. So but I'm just trying to encourage it as much as I can. My aquanatal yoga is actually cancelled tonight. I'm really upset. The instructor is on holiday, and all of the other classes are fully booked, so that's really upsetting. And next week it's been moved to a different day as well, with a different instructor. So tonight I'm actually going swimming at the local pool. I'm going with the same person that I go to the aquanatal yoga with. We're going, so hopefully that'll be nice. Just obviously won't be doing yoga in the pool with everybody else there, but I am quite literally intending on just walking around in the pool and doing a little bit of breaststroke. I just love being in the water at the minute. It's like my favourite thing. So that's the plan tonight. And then that's like it really. Somebody at work actually asked me earlier if I'd started like doing my hospital bag, and I was like, no, so not yet. I've got my hospital bag, I've got a new bag for it. But yeah, she was like, oh, you want to start thinking about that? And I was like, do I? It's like, it's one of those things that I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit premature. Like, maybe it's not. I mean, I am nearly 33 weeks, I should probably start doing it. But I don't know, in my head it's still ages away. Like, it's not, and when I think about the fact that it is literally like my due date is 7 weeks away and 2 days, I do think, God, that's really close. But I feel like that's really premature to pack a bag. I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I asked on Instagram a little while ago, and loads of people, like some people did it at like 29 weeks, others literally did it at 37. So I don't know, I'll probably start thinking about that in the next few weeks. I have got a list of things that I'm gonna pack, or like the most common things that you guys recommended over on Instagram. So I'm definitely gonna start sorting it soon. But I don't know. Now, like, I've been so organised the whole way through, and I've been so like getting everything done really early. We made all the purchases really early, made sure that we had everything literally before I even went into the 3rd trimester. Like, we were so on the ball with it. And now it's approaching, I seem to be like really reluctant to do anything, and I don't know why. I don't know what is stopping me, but it's really annoying me. Like, I have been saying for about 4 weeks I'm gonna put that next to me crib up, and I still haven't done it. I've got the Moses basket sat downstairs waiting to be put up, and again I just keep putting it off. I've got the pram to move into the car, keep putting that off. The car seat I've got sat down here. I was going to put it in the car, decided against it because I just thought if we have an accident, I'll have to replace the whole thing before we've even used it. But I do think I am going to do that a few weeks. I think I'll probably do that around 35 weeks, just so we've got it, or at least practice putting it in and out. But I don't know, I just seem to have started putting everything off. Like, I went through like a real phase of where I was really starting to nest, and I was really starting to like make like the most random jobs that absolutely didn't need doing. I was like, they need doing, and now that seems to have stopped too, and I'm just a bit like, I don't know, I seem to have really reverted back to this it's not real phase, and I don't know why I'm in this again. It's really, really strange. I feel like, I don't know. Oh, there's a robin there. Hello, Mr. Robin. Fun fact, I thought robins only came out at Christmas, and Marco and I went for a walk around Maytime, and I was like, oh my god, look, there's a robin. Why is the robin here? The robins only come at Christmas. Marco was like, how dumb are you? But yeah, so anyway, I don't know why I'm putting everything off, but I'm suddenly putting everything off again. And that's that. But anyway, I came on to tell you it was raining, and we're now 10 minutes into me just waffling on about rubbish. As per usual, my friends. Oh, I did do a vintage order too. I ordered some maternity jeans. There were some maternity jeans on River Island that I have been eyeing up for a little while, and I just didn't want to pay River Island price, if I'm really honest, for something I'm not going to get that much wear out of. But I really like them, and I'm getting a bit sick of wearing leggings and the same two, literally the same 2 jumpsuits and the same 2 dresses all the time. I feel like I like every day is Groundhog Day. And in the early stages of pregnancy, well, I say the early stages, like when I was between like 16 and let's say 25 weeks, and my bump was really starting to show and my clothes were getting too tight, I bought a load of maternity clothes, and I bought them in my normal size, and they fit perfectly. Whereas over the last kind of, like, I seem to have put on weight now. Yeah, I've put on weight now, and I've put on, altogether, throughout the pregnancy, I've put on 1 stone 3 pounds, or I did at my last midwife appointment anyway. So I've probably put on a little bit more than that now, which is absolutely fine. It's completely normal. Like, I said that on Instagram, and I had loads of people messaging me like, oh my god, it's completely normal to put on weight during pregnancy. Like, I know that, don't worry, I'm not, like, I'm really not worried about it at all. But yeah, so as a result, like, my clothes are getting a bit snug, even some of my maternity ones, so I was a bit like, oh, I'll size up. But yeah, so I just didn't, like I say, I just didn't want to spend that much money on clothes that really I'm only going to wear for like the last 2 months. And I just thought they'd be good as we do head into autumn, like especially towards the end of the pregnancy, if I'm going anywhere, just to shove on with a jumper and this and the other. Like, jeans you can style in all different ways, can't you? So I just thought, and anyway, I was on Vinted last night, and I ordered some baby bits. Like, I got like 7 brand new vests that had never been used for £1. I got a pram suit. I feel like I got a few other bits, but I can't remember what off the top of my head. And then I found these jeans, and they were £4, and I was like, well, that's like literally less than 10% of what they are online, so I'm buying them. Like, worn a handful of times, perfect condition. Just hopefully they fit, but for £4 plus postage, you can't really go wrong, can you? But yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to tell you. I'll pop on tomorrow to kind of round it up. I have a YouTube video going live tomorrow as well, actually. So I will speak to you tomorrow. But yeah, I need to get ready for swimming, really. Don't know what I did with my swimming costume. Hello! I just thought I would round off the video in the nursery and give you a little update on the nursery. Everything It's really coming together. My friend has come over and put my bookshelf on the wall. We still need, there is so much room for so many more books to go on there. At the moment I've just kind of spread them out, but I love it so much. So Marco was going to do it, but that wall isn't a normal like masonry wall. There's something, you need like a certain type of drill or something, my friend was saying. So anyway, he came and did it. He's a carpenter, so he came and did it. He put some shelves up behind the camera, which I will show you, but everything is really coming together, and I'm so excited, so excited. I feel like time is just running by. It's going so fast now, and I really need to get a move on, like really need to get a move on in sorting things actually. But I have ordered for the nursery, H&M did a like plush toy, like a giraffe. I'd seen one at John Lewis, it was absolutely ginormous, but it was like 90 odd pounds or something like that, and I was like, there's quite a few where they're absolutely massive, but they are quite spenny, and I was a bit like, I don't really want to spend that much money on a toy. And I know that obviously it's for the aesthetic and it will last years and all the rest of it. I just feel like, you know, this great big giraffe isn't going to be a giraffe that they have for the rest of their lives. It's not going to be like my teddy on top of the wardrobe over there that I've had since I was a baby. It's far too big. So I just thought H&M did one. It was reduced from like £25 to like 21, obviously a few pounds off. And it's about 1 metre tall. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to get that and put it next to the changing table. So I have got that on the way. And yeah, I'm just really excited by everything. So I will show you around the nursery now. I think I can't even remember what I filmed this week. I feel like I filmed quite a lot this week. So I'll just show you. I'll show you what it looks like, and yeah, just a little update. I'll do like a proper nursery reveal when everything's done, but I don't want to keep it all a secret. I want to kind of show you as we go. I'm really proud of it. I really love it. It's just amazing. I put a reed diffuser in here last night. Not that that's going to be in here when the baby's here. I mean, the baby's not going to be in this room for about 6 months anyway, but I put a reed diffuser in here and it smells really lovely. We've had it downstairs, but because downstairs is all open plan, you don't really smell it, but this room smells incredible right now. So I'm just going to show you around the room before I close off this vlog, but it's oh, I'm just so happy with it. I can't tell you how happy I am with it, and it's just all coming together. So yeah, let me show you around. But yeah, so this is it now, and I just love it so much, so much. So that's my teddy there that I was telling you about. I have had that teddy since I was a tiny little baby, and then that green one is called Sherbet Bear, and my sister actually bought me that bear years and years ago, like when we were really little. On our birthdays we used to go to Toys R Us, and with our birthday money we'd buy each other a present, as well as ourselves a little toy. So that is Sherbet Bear, which my dog actually destroyed, and I was mortified, so my mum had to go buy me one. But yeah, and there's just my muslin hanging over the edge. That's a really large muslin swaddle, and I just love this. So yeah, I just thought that'd look quite nice there. But yeah, so my friend put up these shelves for us. So these are only IKEA ones. They were actually my mum's, and she wasn't using them, and I thought, oh, do you know what, they'll actually look quite nice in here, just for somewhere to put my little bits and bobs on. So this sitting bear ornament, again, my mum bought me. She went on holiday, I can't remember where she went, but they went away in their caravan and they came back with this for us, and I just love it so much. I just think it's so cute. This is the grow egg. I think is it Tommy Tippy? I can't remember, but when it's all plugged in, it like tells you the temperature of the room. It doubles up as a night light, and lets you know if it's too hot or cold in the room. This we just got. This was £5 from Matalan. It's obviously a little snow globe, and I just love it so much. I just thought it was so cute with the little giraffes on it. Dream big little one, but I just think it's adorable. So I thought that would look quite nice up on that shelf, and then just a plant that I've literally had in every room going. So these curtain ties I actually got from Amazon. I think I paid like £8.99 for both. I didn't want to put hooks in the wall. I didn't want to cause any marks. There's already marks in the wall where the old curtain hooks were, and I didn't want to put any else in there. So these are just magnetic ones, and they hold it really nicely. So I do think that they just, yeah, I think they just look lovely. So yeah, so that's what we've done at the moment. This is the rocker, bouncer, swing, whatever you want to call it. It's an electric one. It's this brand. I've never heard of them before, but this brand. My best friend was getting rid of it. She had it for her little boy. He is now 2, doesn't use it anymore. They're moving house, so she asked me if I wanted it. But it plugs in and it literally, so it will swing side to side. It vibrates. You can plug your phone into it and play music through it. It plays different sounds. Looks really good. I don't know how much they are new. I never looked, but like I say, we got it. We got that second hand. I wasn't going to get one until the baby came, but just decided we may as well get it. And now it's going to swing for ages. It really does. So this is our bookcase and I absolutely love it. It's from Dunelm. I will link it in the description box. I've just stuck some teddies on there for now, just to kind of bulk it out a little bit. And our little Sophie teething toy is living up there at the moment. But yeah, we've just kind of been collecting books as we go. And yeah, I wanted them to have a little reading station. We're going to read to them, I think, quite early on. Marco's on the hunt for some Italian children's books. He's got a couple of friends in Italy at the moment that he's asked to keep a lookout for us. But yeah, I'm just so happy with this. I think it was £35. And like I say, it mounts onto the wall. And I wanted something that wasn't on the floor. And I just love it. And then we can get them like a little bean bag or whatever to go here, but I absolutely adore it. I think it looks great. Here I'm going to put, I think, a couple of pictures. Yeah, I just feel like there needs to be something on the wall. And then over here where we've got the changing table, so that's part of the Moses basket there, but we've got the changing table here / chest of drawers, and a nappy bin. So the nappy bin I wasn't actually going to buy, but a friend of mine has given me her old one, because she's not using it anymore. So we just thought, sod it, we'll have it there. And it's there then. Above the changing table, I think I'm going to put a big mirror there. I'm not 100% sure. We also have, so these shelves, which I have got just sat here, which I think I might put on the wall. But the only problem is, they're one of these. So if you see the attachment here, that's not going to focus. But they're those, there we go. I just don't feel like they're very secure. And I'm just a bit worried, no matter where I put it up, it'll just fall down. Like, I just think they're just crap, aren't they, really? But I do really like that, and I did contemplate putting that there and just hanging a few little bits off it, but we haven't decided what we're going to do with that. So that at the moment is living here. Our gorgeous changing mat, which I think I actually only got from Amazon, but I absolutely love it. I love this pattern on it. And then yeah, I've shown you all this before, so that's kind of where we're at with the nursery now. I do need to get a radiator cover to cover this. We've got horrible old storage heaters upstairs, although that's not a storage heater, it's just an old electric heater, and I can't be bothered buying new heaters, so we are going to get a radiator cover for that. But I just think it looks so lovely. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out, and all my organisation. So if you just look, there we go. So I did get some vests. I actually got some vests off Vinted. I got 7 for £1. So they're all there. So you've effectively got vests and socks, so pants and socks, whatever. I just popped their little hats in the scratch mittens here. Then these are short sleeved, these are long sleeved baby grows, and these are all their sleep suits. But this is just the newborn drawer. And then, like I say, we've got the other ones, and I'm just going to kind of move it up as we go. But we definitely need more baby grows at the moment. I think especially as baby is showing to be quite small at the minute, I think we definitely want to stock up on some newborns. But yeah, everything's going to plan. So I am really happy with the way that it's all going at the minute. I feel like this nursery is now my favourite room in the house. We definitely have never put this much love and effort into a room in this house, other than the kitchen when we did the renovation. But other than that, I don't think I've ever put as much love into a room as I have this. And I'm just so excited. Like, we've left enough room on the floor. We are going to get like a just one of those, I think, just like a faux sheepskin rug, just something cheap, just to make it look a little bit cozier. But we've got a couple of like fabric play gym mat things I don't really want to use downstairs because of the amount of dog hair that gets downstairs. And although I have no doubt when the baby is here, I will be running that hoover around every single day, I don't really want the fabric ones downstairs. We'll see how long that lasts, but I just thought it would be nice to leave enough space on the floor to be able to play with them. It's not the biggest room in the world. It's the second biggest room in our house after the master bedroom. but it's still not a huge bedroom. It's bigger than I had when I was a kid. I do think it's quite a nice sized room, especially for a baby and a toddler. But yeah, it's all coming together anyway, but I'm waffling now, so I'm gonna sign off this vlog now. I hope you've enjoyed it. I feel like there's been a lot in. I mean, maybe when I edit it, I'll change my mind, but I feel like there's been quite a lot in this vlog. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you on Wednesday for another video and next Sunday for another vlog. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at amber.itso, and I will see you, yeah, I'll see you next week for my 33-week vlog.